He made $1 million shot and they didn't pay him.
This guy right here, this is Don Calhoun. He's a big Bulls fan, and he's about to do something that will change his entire life.
Bang, full court shot.
$1 million bucks?
$1 million for that?
Young man being hung.
What are the odds of making a full court shot, though?
Has just won $1 million here at Chicago Stadium.
Don just hit a shot from 80 feet out, a 3/4 court shot. His
I'll call that a full court.
prize for
I'll give that a full court.
nailing this absolute bomb, $1 million. He can't believe it. Fans erupt. Don joins the Bulls as they celebrate his victory. Michael Jordan throws his arm around Don and congratulates him. Good shot, kid. Don had just done the impossible, and with the game ball in one hand, $1 million check in the other, Don Calhoun did it. He was set. Except he wasn't. Due to a technicality in the rules of this contest, the insurance company that was required to make the payoff claimed they simply didn't have to pay the man. Don hit $1 million shot for absolutely nothing.
That is so upsetting. Like, they hand you the $1 million check. The players of the Bulls pat you on the back. Michael Jordan congratulates you, and then you get $0.
Today's video is sponsored by in their right mind would ever offer such a prize for making a single three-pointer. Except they did. Back in the 90s, during NBA All-Star Weekend, the league and a sponsoring company such as Foot Locker, American Express, Sony would host a contest for fans, the NBA's $1 million shot. It was one of the most anticipated side events of the entire weekend, and out of the millions of fans who entered to win a shot, only one would be chosen to take it. Get selected, make a three-pointer, win $1 million. An opportunity of a lifetime.
Oh my God, imagine you brick that shit. All you gotta do is make a three-pointer, and you just fucking, it's just air ball, fucking, you miss the net by 3 fucking feet. Oh my God. I would think about that for years.
For 4 lucky contestants that were selected over the 4 years that the NBA hosted the contest. And to aid them in their quest for $1 million shot, each contestant was joined by a former or active NBA player to give them pointers and advice. In 1996, among the 6 million entries, 17-year-old Demetrius Houston was selected to take the $1 million shot. With George Gervin by his side and 17,000 fans
Why is he doing it from the side? I'm going straight on.
looking on, Demetrius lines up his shot, and with $1 million on the line,
He brooks it.
he clanks it off the backboard. Gervin tells the kid not to worry about it, but I'm sure he did. In 1997, a man named Jim Valente was selected to take the $1 million shot. His host and mentor for the event.
That's so brutal. That is actually fucking, that is like day, that is month, year ruining. You're the only person in the entire year to get selected for this fucking shot, and you miss.
NBA legend Oscar Robertson, a man who literally never made a three-pointer in his entire NBA career. But Jim was focused. It was his wife's birthday, and what better birthday gift than $1 million check? So Jim steps up to the line. He's ready. The ways
Jim doesn't look like he knows how to hold a basketball.
in which he'll spend the $1 million
Jim's holding that shit, gonna shoot it like this.
already racing through his mind. I'll get that Corvette I've always
Oh my
wanted.
God,
Sure
he is
look good
gonna
in a
throw it like
Rolex.
that.
We could really
Holy
use a new
fucking
deck.
shit, he's gonna throw it with both hands equal to each other.
Out back. Maybe I'll get a boat.
Correct.
Or maybe you'll get nothing.
That wasn't
After
even close, though.
the shot, Craig Sager asked Jim about his experience. $1 million.
I'm going
gone.
on a rampage. I'm ripping my shirt off. I'm sending a flame to the basketball court. I'm literally causing havoc through the town like I'm the fucking Joker after I missed that shot.
How did you feel at the time? What went wrong?
I think I just pushed it a little to the right.
And he's not upset. I'd start crying. Especially if I was that 17-year-old kid, life-changing amounts of money, and he bricks it.
In 1998, a contestant named Sol Holkman was selected to take the shot.
Oh, he
And for the
makes it.
first time in the contest history, a contestant actually hit the rim. Another year, another $1 million miss. But of all these $1 million shot
That's crazy. It's once a year.
events, none managed to top the one that started it all in 1995. The contestant that was chosen, 16-year-old Mike Hoban. For weeks leading up to the contest, Mike spent 2 hours a day, every day, shooting three-pointers. Accompanied by all-star Dan Marley, Mike was locked in.
Yup! That's what you gotta do.
Going through the most
You know
meticulous
you got pre-selected?
shooting routine you'll ever see in your life, Mike prepares his shot by, quote, becoming one with the basket. At this point, I wouldn't be surprised if he pulled a microscope out and studied the hoop to better his odds. Now he's
Pulls out a protractor. And a notepad, starts doing calculations just on the court.
taking phantom shots. His routine is becoming more unhinged by the second. But
Yo, watch him brick this. Watch him have the worst shot out of everyone.
it works for him. Friends and family look on, watching him live on TV, ready to witness history unfold. Mike is ready. He lines up the shot. He shoots. And misses the rim by
He airballed! He airballed! Oh my god! Oh my god! That's where you start storming the fucking stands, dude. You start fucking causing mayhem on that one. Days, hours spent. Bro just did a whole routine for fucking 30 minutes to whiff it.
2 feet. An air ball. The poor kid is devastated. Friends and family are stunned. All the while, the commentator of the event doing his best to help, but instead just pours on a slew of more disappointment in the
I'd
process.
feel so bad, but I'd start laughing if I was the commentator. If I had to do a whole intro where I was like, he practiced 2 hours a day. Look at him doing his phantom shots. He surely makes this. He shoots. Absolute bomb. Couldn't have been worse. It was just a genuine brick. Like, I'd have to laugh.
So young Mike
Airball. Loser. Let's wait till next year, folks.
has missed his shot at $1 million. The good news is, though, he doesn't win money, doesn't become a pro, and his college scholarship hopes stay alive. He'll go back to be the post-up player for his junior varsity team.
After the shot, Sager interviews the kid. Where
To be fair, though, I don't think it's a skill thing. I think you're just fucking nervous. Like, imagine spending all this time leading up to this, and you have one shot for $1 million. Like, your hands are probably like I'd be shaking.
idea of just asking for one more shot.
I wasn't really in that zone I
Damn, he's going to ask for another one?
wanted to be in, but, you know, one more shot.
You would like one more shot, wouldn't you?
Man, I would love another shot.
You'd like one more shot, wouldn't you? Mike never
Imagine they gave it to him and he bricked it again. Oh,
got another shot. 4 contestants, $1 million on the line for 1 three-pointer, and 0 winners. And looking back on these contests, it's pretty remarkable that no one hit their $1 million shot.
oh. I mean, that was dead on, though, right?
No one hit
Like,
their
that was
million
a brick, but if he shot that 2 feet further, it would have been in.
dollar shot. Because
It was
countless
just a power thing. It wasn't aimed.
fans and contestants have hit much more difficult shots for far less money. We've all seen these contests unfold in person. A fan gets randomly chosen out of the stands to come down and try to hit a half-court shot. The prize money nowhere near $1 million. Usually the prize is $10,000 or maybe $20,000 or a car. This Mavericks fan hit
That's still crazy, though.
a layup, a free throw, a three-pointer, and a half-court shot in sequence without missing. An anomaly of events in this context. His reward for the incredible feat?
Probably like an Xbox. The Xbox 360 when it came out.
$3,000 worth of gift cards to a local furniture store.
To the dump. $3,000 to the dump. Oh my god, the shittiest furniture outlet. Oh, we'll take anything. Come to the dump.
But it gets worse. Because at a Mavs game a few years later,
Yeah, that's insane. You make every shot you could possibly make outside of a fucking full court. And you get a $3,000 gift card to the dump. where you could buy like 2 pieces of furniture.
This woman was put to the task of sinking a half-court shot. She's rocking the dirt gear, she's feeling good, beautiful form, and drills the shot. Nothing but net. What was her prize for pulling this off, you ask? A 65-inch flat-screen TV.
Oh, that's probably worth like fucking $400.
Shot at a Blazers game years ago and won round-trip tickets to anywhere of his choice.
That's
a
sick.
pretty unlikely shot from the guy, but far from impossible. What is impossible, however, is the fact that another fan hit the same exact shot 30 seconds later. It's clear that some people actually make these shots. So what would happen if someone actually did hit $1 million? Filling out some gift cards or a flat screen TV, a team had to actually hand over a 7-figure check to one lucky fan. It's April 14th, 1993. The Bulls are facing the Heat in Chicago.
Dude, $1 million in 1993. How much is that today? $2.1 million. Wow. And he got none of it.
The Bulls are on a roll coming into the matchup on a 3-game win streak. By halftime, Chicago is up by 14. Jordan is killing the Heat, 22 points in the first half. It's a great time for home fans as usual. But the real spectacle is about to take place. Throughout the 93 season, the Bulls hosted a promotion for their fans. Among the 18,000 fans in attendance for any given home game, one lucky individual would be chosen to shoot a 3/4 court shot to win $1 million. At the time, and to this day,
Let Us Entertain You is the name of the company. Sponsored by Coca-Cola, Let Us Entertain You in the Bulls organization. 75-foot shot hit $1 million.
and to this day even, $1 million cash prize for such an event is unheard of. But the odds of such a shot going in are so astronomically unlikely.
Yeah, because
that
half court's one thing. Like, do y'all think you could land a half-court shot? I think if you gave me 10 tries, I could land a half-court. I think 10 tries on a 3/4 court, that just, I honestly don't think anyone would land that.
prize for such an event is unheard of. But the odds of such a shot going in are so astronomically unlikely that the Bulls and the insurance company that would be responsible for paying out the prize money felt comfortable running the event anyways. Leading up to that Heat matchup, 19 lucky fans had attempted the halftime $1 million shot. Of the 19, 2 hit the backboard, 16 were air balls, and just 1 even hit the rim. An estimate of a fan chosen at random hitting this shot? Less than 1%. And so a member of the Bulls organization went into the crowd and selected
But
a
why wouldn't they give him the money?
23-year-old local by the name of Don Calhoun. The reason for selecting him? His shoes wouldn't scuff up the floor. Hopeful, but understanding the slim odds that he faced, Don walked down to the court and prepared to take his shot. A fun halftime gimmick, something to keep the fans involved. They just slapped $1 million on there to get everyone excited, but no one will ever hit the shot anyways.
He didn't even step over the line.
Chris Hammond, vice president of SCA Promotions, a leader in the promotional contest industry, looks back on the shot saying, "The perfect contest is like the most tempting carnival game. Just feasible enough to make people think they can do it while actually being extremely difficult. You could have Steph Curry out there and still make money." Well, Mr. Hammond, it's time to pay up.
Bink. One arm, too. One arm, Bink. It throws him like a baseball.
$1 million. That young man being hugged has just won $1 million here at Chicago Stadium. And for Don Calhoun of Bloomington, Illinois, a $1 million thrill.
In what is possibly the most inconceivable occurrence to ever happen on an NBA court, Don Calhoun drilled an
Look at everybody stand up, too. That shit is crazy.
80-foot shot for $1 million. The whole place goes nuts. For a moment, it's like Don is part of this Bulls team and they just won another championship. Even the ref of the game comes over to congratulate him. The man just did the impossible. $1 million. That's more than half the guys on this roster made that year. And with
Yo, that's why they were so excited. Bro, this motherfucker made a 5-year salary of Corey Williams in 1992.
the job complete, Don heads over to snap a photo
I thought they made more than that even then.
with the check in one hand and the game ball in the other. He did it.
He made more than Jordan? No, he ain't make more than Jordan.
At least that's what he thought. See, these promotions are combed through meticulously by some of the best lawyers money can buy. The rules and restrictions are tight. Break one of them and you can kiss those winnings goodbye. Don Calhoun broke one of the rules. Not intentionally or anything, but among the stipulations of this promotion, one of them states that the contestant could not have played organized basketball within 5 years of the contest. And just 3 years prior to this contest, Don was a member of the Triton community basketball team. The contest
For a fucking community college! For a fucking community college! You're acting like he played D1 at fucking Texas A&M or Penn State. He played ball at a D3 community college, bro. Oh my God. Yo, I'd sue the living piss out of one of these fucking insurance companies.
Marking the information on the contest form, but the contest people shrugged it off and gave him the shot anyways. The insurance people, however, did not. To them, it was a clear breach of the rules. Don should have never been selected in the first.
Bro, he played at a community, I said this 5 fucking times, a community college. Playing at a community college most times is like playing at a fucking shitty D3, right? Yeah, there are some community colleges that are fucking crazy, right? They're like basically like the kid schools, and then you play there for a year and go play at fucking A&M or Penn State or whatever the fuck, right? But for the most part, most community colleges, like, they're not crazy good.
First place. And so the insurance company of the event disqualified
Like,
Don.
I get it if it was like a 3-pointer, but like a 75-foot shot, dude, like Steph Curry could miss that. LeBron could miss that easily.
Out of his shot and out of his $1 million. When news broke that the now local legend would not be receiving his money, fans were livid. As reports on the event grew,
You know what's crazy is the company probably got worse publicity from not paying than if they just fucking paid, right? Like, they'd take the loss for paying because they're not going to get that money back in, like, publicity. But the bad publicity they received from not paying this man who literally played at a fucking community college 3 years ago, the money that he actually probably fucking deserves, is insane.
And within a week, the Bulls organization was under so much local pressure that they held a press conference announcing that they actually had a change of heart and they would pay.
Oh, we had a change of heart. Sorry, I just realized that our company's gonna crash and burn to the ground if I don't fucking pay this. So, I think I actually changed my opinion. It didn't have to do with the fact that everybody said they were gonna boycott the fuck out of the company. Just, personally, I felt bad for the kid, so I think we're gonna pay him.
Up. A very strange and inexplicable decision considering their stance just a few days prior.
Stupid ass fucking company. Oh, we're gonna change a heart. Just say sorry, you're right.
Don's $1 million split into 20 payments over the next 20 years.
I still think that's decent. I still think that's fair. Okay?
His first check for $50,000 was sent out that week. Technically, rules were broken, but Don was getting paid, and he had no idea how or why.
One word, hate. One word, hate. If you shit on a company enough, it doesn't matter if you voided the rules of the competition. They will have a worser outcome if they don't pay than if they do.